Despite taking over young Sheldon's time slot, Georgie and Mandy's first marriage isn't quite the replacement that CBS wants it to be, according to its ratings. Because of the established canon of The Big Bang Theory, CBS was practically compelled to complete the prequel. The timetable, which stipulated that George would pass away at the age of 14 and Sheldon would relocate from Texas to California, was the reason for young Sheldon's cancellation. Although the network could have easily strayed from continuity to keep the popular programs airing, both of them ended up working out. However, producers Chuck Lorre, Steve Holland, and Stephen Molaro devised a plan to carry on the Cooper family's tale in Texas rather than allow the Big Bang Theory series to come to an end. With visits from Mary, Missy, and Mima, Georgie and Mandy's first marriage tackled the couple's undiscovered past, while simultaneously serving as a young Sheldon continuation, capitalizing on the popularity of Georgie and Mandy's surprise love affair. Still, it isn't the replacement that CBS had hoped for, even with its connections to Sheldon's Genesis tale. Despite only having 7 episodes, Georgie and Mandy's first marriage has managed to both continue the Cooper's journey and forge a distinct identity from its parent series. The fact that it was shot in front of a live studio audience would have initially discouraged people from watching it, especially because young Sheldon was involved. However, given that Georgie and Mandy's first marriage is still coping with the fallout from George's untimely death, Lorre and his creative team have managed to find a balance between comedy and drama. In addition, it has brought in a new group with the MC-listers. Georgie and Mandy's first marriage has a decent start to its run, but its ratings are still lower than those of its predecessor. The average viewership of Montana Jordan and Emily Osment's new program is roughly 7.98 million, according to TV Line. Compared to Young Sheldon Season 7, that is 14% less. Georgie and Mandy's first marriage's ratings are still excellent, especially for a rookie series, but they still need to catch up to Young Sheldon's. CBS will simply need to give it more time to adequately occupy the void created by its prequel. The possibility for carrying on Lorre and Bill Prady's universe has been demonstrated by Georgie and Mandy's first marriage. Once all potential plots that focused solely on Sheldon were exhausted, Young Sheldon evolved into a full family sitcom. However, the lack of the boy genius is undoubtedly a contributing cause to the new show's lower popularity compared to its original series. Up until the 2019 finale of The Big Bang Theory, Jim Parsons was outstanding as Sheldon. Fortunately, Lorre and his creative team have been outspoken about their desire to find the ideal moment to revive Armitage's Sheldon. Casting someone who could embody the character as well as he did was the prequel's greatest task, and young Sheldon succeeded, with Ian Armitage playing the role just as brilliantly despite his declining popularity over time. Those who were first exposed to the franchise through The Big Bang Theory hardly relate to the current CBS sitcom without him in Georgie and Mandy's first marriage. Fortunately, Lorre and his creative team have been outspoken about their desire to find the ideal moment to revive Armitage's Sheldon. As it stands, the number of viewers of Georgie and Mandy's first marriage is still significantly lower than that of Young Sheldon and The Big Bang Theory during their respective broadcast years. That shouldn't be a big deal, though, because it's still a huge hit in the end. The most watched comedy on TV, Georgie and Mandy's first marriage, has a #2 rating, which is respectable for a first-season show. CBS shouldn't have any trouble renewing the show for Season 2 and beyond, given that it is based on Young Sheldon.